Happy Money Monday. They have changed my Instagram, so work with me. But we're right on time, as always. Today's topic is living life on your terms. And I can't wait to get into this topic. Please feel free to drop a comment in the chat or on any of the posts. If you want to discuss this further, you can send me a DM. I think it's going to be a really good conversation. So let me type in the topic for everybody. And let's get it started. Oh, let me put it on silent real quick. Everybody knows Money Monday is at noon on Mondays, but they love calling me. So welcome to Money Monday. I am Jayla Eaton. I'm an attorney and a certified fiduciary financial advisor, and I'm here for you. I'm here so that you can ask questions, you can find out and try and plan out strategies that work for you and your life, and they're not cookie cutters. So welcome to Money Monday. If this is your first time or your 15th time, I'm so happy to have you. Last week on Money Monday, we had a wonderful chat. We actually had a special guest and we talked about starting a business. This week, we're talking about the On My Own Financial most liked post of the week on Instagram. It was a post that said, I have absolutely no desire to fit in. And so many people seem to identify with this post. And I personally wanted to know why you liked this post, if you were one of those who did like it, and why it spoke to you, because it's definitely not easy to live with this mentality. As somebody who is currently doing it, it's a battle because you're going against what society says. And when you truly don't care about what people think, there is a freedom that comes with that. However, your mind can be your worst enemy. Like as you see, I'm going through my Disney withdrawals. So do I care that people are going to look at this and think, Jayla, have you lost it? Why are you wearing Minnie Mouse ears? Look, my Google Photos told me yesterday, I was at Disneyland. So today, in my mind, that's where I am. I'm not stuck in quarantine. I am having fun eating my clam chowder, even though it's 85 degrees today. And I'm happy, but that's not something that everybody mentally gets to enjoy. This is what I want and I'm happy about it. It's hard not having a fancy car when everybody around you has one. It's hard battling your brain telling you that people are judging you when it really could just be you're judging yourself. We've been programmed to be consumers. I mean, I personally can't wait for Black Friday and Cyber Monday because I have a lot of businesses that I want to support, and that's when I'm buying all my Christmas gifts. But best believe I have a list and a budget. I'm not going over it. So as long as you do things with a plan, it's okay. But it's hard celebrating wins that very few people understand. Like right now, I'm personally celebrating a 50% savings rate. For those who don't know what that is, it means for me at the end of the month, I was able to transfer 50% of what I earned into my savings or my investments. Now, normally, you're recommended to save like 10% or 15% and you're doing good. But 50%, kind of unheard of, and I didn't even realize that that's how much I was saving until I looked and I said, okay, that's almost a whole paycheck. Like, where did that come from? And there's a way to kind of train your mind to focus on you and your goals and your accomplishments and tune out the noise. So you have to know what your goals and your what you're striving for are. So that leads me to tell you that I just finished writing another article for Business Insider, and it was triggered after I listened to Michelle Obama's podcast, where she was speaking with former President Barack Obama, and they mentioned that they, for a time, lived with in the home that her great aunt owned, and that's also where her mom and dad lived. And I realized that my generation, we want to do things on our own. I mean, look, my business is called On My Own Financial. I was focused on doing things on my own. But now I'm realizing you don't want to do things on your own. You want to have that team. You want to have, welcome. We're talking about, being creative with your finances and not trying to do things all on your own if you're just joining us. But Michelle Obama was talking about how generations before her, and even her and the president, were willing to live with family to meet their goals, and that kind of blasted them off. And I looked in my own family, and that's what the Business Insider article is about. And I realized my family did the same. My grandma was living with her mom when she came to California. My mom was living with family when her family decided to come here from Louisiana. And periodically she went and stayed with her mom and was able to buy a house because of it and get out of debt because of it. And it's, for my generation, it's not something that we're looking at as a good thing. We look at it as, well, it's kind of like a failure. Like, I don't want to have to go home and stay with my parents. So I can't wait to see what you guys think about that article, because it really is just a strategy. If you're going in saying, I plan to be here for a year, I plan to save $10,000 or $12,000, there is no shame in that. And anybody who wants to shame you for it maybe shouldn't be in your circle of friends, because personal finance is personal to you. It's your life, it's your choices, and I want you to know that everything is achievable as long as you are creative. Maybe the traditional methods don't work for you. I know I personally found that buying a house in California the traditional way wasn't going to work for me. They were $800,000, and even with a 6-figure salary and a husband and savings, I was still getting outbid by the all cash offers. And I'm just like, there's nothing I can do. No, strategize. Okay, think, what else can I do? You can't buy one. So how about a non-traditional, build one on property that your family already owns? What does that take? Talking to your family, having the conversations, figuring out an agreement and a plan. And now, if you're able to do that, you have options. You can stay at the house that you've, made this agreement about, or it gives you leverage for something else. It's all about strategy. So it's important not to check off the boxes. That's what this IG Live was about. And that's what the post was about for me when I posted that I have no desire to fit in. It's really just about not checking off the boxes just because. So I'm excited for you guys on your journey to wealth. I always love to drop wealth tips. Currently, I am enjoying my Ally savings account. So for everybody who's now considering moving in with family, Ally has buckets in their savings account. So it allows you to see exactly what you're saving for. So I think right now in my savings bucket, I have like 5 goals. One of them being Christmas. I knew I wanted to spend, let's say, $5,000 on Christmas. That little bucket, it started with $400 a month, $416 or $13. And I can see it growing. It's still earning, I think, 0.6, which is percent, which is better than, or 0.06. better than the national average. And I have my emergency fund there. I have car savings. Yay! Jackie started her Roth IRA. So excited. Yes, I actually funded my Roth IRA this year too. I just went ahead. Now you gotta invest it, Jackie. What you gonna put it in? I invested half of mine because I got commitment issues. I have commitment issues for real. So I was like, I'm gonna invest half of it, and the half that I invested is doing really well. So now I have to invest the rest of it. But that's another thing that you can do. If you don't want to open your Roth right away, you can have a savings bucket and put, a goal of $6,000 because that's the max that you can put in it this year. And you can save for it. That way you haven't put it in the retirement account, but you know what it's allocated for. Also, if you're having trouble saving, I've recommended it before. You can use Digit. Digit is an app that, it just finds money to save in your current account. Digit was working a little too well for me. I call Digit a little of an embezzler because it's like, how did you come up with $500? I know I didn't have that. But it works. I think I used Digit so long ago, maybe 2016. It was free back then. I think I've heard it's like $5 a month now. About the freeness, so I can automate my savings. But if you need that extra push, try it for a while. I think it's free for 30 days. Let's get back to this Roth. Oh yay! Jackie did invest her Roth. Oh, she bought some dividend stocks of AT&T and Apple. What Amazon, girl? I can't wait to see how your portfolio does. That one my mom owns, and I'm very, very jealous because Amazon has been doing amazing. And yes, with my Roth IRA, since I've invested $3,000 of it and the other $3,000 is just sitting there, it's kind of like in a money market account and it's not making as much money. It's just sitting. So yes, it needs to be invested because it's not going to make the returns that the other half of the money is. I need to put that money to work. But it's kind of like having it in a higher yield savings account for the most part. I'm so excited for you, Jackie. You will enjoy that tax-free growth. Especially with the stocks that you pick. They will appreciate, and that's going to be awesome. I look forward to seeing how much that grows, and hopefully you'll continue contributing to your Roth IRA, because your Roth means that you put in money that was already taxed, and now whatever it grows to is tax-free, versus the 401k, that's money that hasn't been taxed, so you pay when you take it out. So I'm excited. Oh yes, I forgot. Most brokerage accounts do offer slices or fractional shares now. So it makes it much easier to buy all of your favorite companies. So please just start looking around your house, write down all of the companies and watch those stocks. See how they're doing. And then, once you feel comfortable, you got to buy them and then you hold them. Hello. Well, I try and keep Money Mondays short. I really do. So if you guys have any questions about, mindset, how to not check off all the boxes, any investing questions, I perk up for those because the market, that's going to be our number one safe haven for actually earning interest during this time, because the Fed has lowered interest rates, or treasuries, to almost zero. So bank accounts are not going to be the way to get interest anymore. Stocks, sometimes bonds. Bonds are very hard, and they're more technical than most believe. So it's good to buy hold right now. If you guys need me, feel free. Send me a comment, a message. You can book appointments with me. I'm doing more estate planning right now. I'm also blogging, so there will be a blog on My Own Financial about today's Money Monday. So check that out at onmyownfinancial.com/blog. You can also check out the article that I mentioned on Business Insider. I will post the link, or you can Google my name and look for Business Insider. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Happy Money Monday. I love it. Love your wealth best friend. Thank you guys for coming. I will see you next Monday. I'll be here. Maybe with my ears on, maybe not. We'll see how I'm feeling. But, judge me if you want. I don't care. Have a good one, guys.